Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's Time Mac. Alright guys, as you can see, it's completely stripped right now. Alright, I got the valve cover off. That's sitting over there. The reason the valve cover's off is because I have an oil leak coming from the top of the motor here. It's leaking on these two exhaust manifolds, the first one here and the second one back. It's leaking on them and then running all the way down the motor. So I already took the valve cover off, and there's the valve cover gasket. I looked through this gasket and I couldn't really find no issues besides like little cracks like this, which that is an issue obviously, but this isn't where it was leaking from. It was leaking from the front of the gasket. So I ordered a new gasket, guys. This is where the cam sensor would be on the gasket. So I got a new gasket coming. So I'm putting a new valve cover gasket on, and I'm also going to be, right there is your cam sensor. All right. I'm gonna be resealing the cam sensor because I'm not sure if it was the valve cover gasket leak or that cam sensor being where the leak was. The leak was like up in here. So it could have been either or. So I'm just gonna do both of those, fix both of those. All right. So that's where we're at with that, guys. I got the dyno jet tuner installed, completely installed. All this wiring is a mess right now, obviously because I got all this tore apart. But I did have all that neat, looking good, but we'll get that back after I get the valve cover done. So I also put the Yoshi pipe on there. I got that all mounted up. Looking good. You guys remember I had this taillight strip. That's the only one I had. But I added another one down here by the license plate. So I'm not going to turn it on right now because I just got everything apart. But I'll show you guys how that looks. It's pretty cool because you could see this light, but during the day it was iffy. I ain't gonna lie. Like if you ride behind it, you could see it, but it's not what you would want to feel safe riding. Like somebody might run into the back of me because they don't see that. So now that I got the one on the plate and right there, I'll show you guys a video when this thing's all back together how much brighter that is. So I did that. I added that light right there on top of the plate, the dyno jet tuner, the exhaust. I did already download the program into the tuner. That's done. I'm doing the valve cover gasket. I added a phone mount. And that pretty much recaps it, guys. As soon as I get the tank back from being painted, we'll have this thing back together. I don't know, guys. I'm starting to think maybe... Hold on, let me put this light up here somewhere. Starting to think maybe, guys, that was my oil leak right there. See how in here it's all wet and oily? So it was probably the cam sensor leaking the whole time, not the valve cover gasket, but no big deal. Simple enough of a job. So put the new valve cover on, I'll re-gasket, put some new gasket maker in that, and we'll go from there. All right, YouTube. So I'll show you guys what I did. for the cam sensor. See it there. Just put the light there. But I just put silicone around the O-ring. Gasket maker. Put it back in there. So that shouldn't leak anymore. And yeah. So that's in there and dry now. Once I get the valve cover gasket back, I'll get the valve cover on. I could put this all back together up to the air box. And then I'm just waiting on my tank and plastics. And then I could finally actually put this whole thing back together. Oh yeah, and then the only other thing I missed earlier in the video I wanted to show you guys is I got rid of the actuator for the butterfly valve on the stock muffler. And I put this in, it's called a servo buddy, right? And that replaces this whole piece here. So this is your servo or your actuator. And that sits like this in here. And this is what controls the butterfly valve on the stock exhaust. So this whole piece came out, and now I just got that little piece, so that's cool. It's not that heavy, but definitely pretty big and bulky, so one less thing on the bike. So that's it, guys. We got her tuned, got the exhaust on it, got another taillight strip, eliminated the servo, fixed my oil leak, painted my gas tank to match the rest of the bike. So I'm really excited about it. Should be really cool when it's done here. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to show you guys when it's done. But until then, stay blessed, YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. And feel free always to comment, subscribe, share your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, it's 08 ZX6. This is not even because I own it, but this is probably one of my favorite 600s. I like all the 600s, to be honest with you. The R6s, the CBRs. They're all nice bikes, but I think the ZX6, I like the look. The look is my favorite on the ZX6. And then when you get to other years, it changes for me, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with this bike. And also, I did some research, guys. I left the jumper mod done. So this is my jumper mod right here. A lot of people will take this connector off, run a jump wire through there. I wanted to be more sure about mine, so I just did mine this way. I crimped it and then heat shrinked it, so I know for a fact that that's done. So I left the jumper mod on, got the tuner, pipe. This thing should really run. It's what I'm hoping for. Oh yeah, I did a fresh oil change, full synthetic. This is the stuff I got here. 10W40 Kawasaki, full synthetic, and it does have the MA2 tag on it, which I don't know, supposedly it's supposed to have that tag for motorcycles. Something to do with the clutches, I believe. Not 100% certain, but that's what I heard. And I don't know where you guys get your oil changes, your oil and your filters from to do your oil changes, but I ordered that kit off of eBay. 4 quarts plus a OEM oil filter for, I think, $60, which I think is a great deal, because I went to my local dealer to get good genuine oil before, and I think it was like 80 bucks just for the oil alone. So yeah, guys, till the next video, stay blessed, man. Guys, keep your head up, and we'll see you soon.